Hi everyone, welcome back to Sew with Shande. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make an elastic band with rope on your palazzo trouser or on your palazzo shorts. If this is what you are interested in learning how to do, please do well to watch this video from the beginning till the end so you will not miss any parts. And if you want to see how to make this shirt, you can check our previous video. Please give my video a thumbs up if you find this video helpful. Without wasting much of our time, let's get started. So now you're going to measure around the waist of your trouser. Just measure from one side to the other side, okay? Measure around what you have there. So after measuring here, what I have here is about 52 inches, okay? So now I'm going to get my band, and the band that I have here, I have about 2.5 inches on fold, so I have 5 inches when I open it up. I hope you understand the full length. So my band, the elastic band I'm making use of is 1.5, so I have 2.5 here and I have half inch for ease, okay? So now when I fold it like this, I'm going to have 2.5 inches. So remember that we have 52 inches, which is 26 divided, that's 52 divided by 2 is 26. So this part here, I divided it into 2 and I joined it at the middle there. So from that place now I have about 27 inches here. So now I'm going to mark 26 inches from the midpoint of this band. Now I'll mark 26 inches, okay, from the middle part where I joined it before. So here is my 26 inches now. So once I get it, I'm going to add 3/4 inch. I'll add 3/4 inch like so, and I'll just mark it here, okay? Then I'm going to cut out the excess. So what I have on this band now from the midpoint of the band is 26 inches plus 3/4 inch. I hope you understand. So now once I'm done having the correct measurement, now I'm just going to open it up like this, and I'm going to place it like this so I can join it here. I hope you understand. So now I'm going to mark the 3/4 inch. I extended it to the upper part here, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do now is to make a little opening for my elastic and my rope. So I'm going to stitch down on this 3/4 inch, but I'm not going to stitch entirely on the line. I hope you understand. So now what I'm going to do now is to get the midpoint of this band like so. This is the half of the band. So I'm going to, after that mark of the half of the band, I'm going to come down by ½ inch. I'll come down by ½ inch after this line. I'll come down by ½ inch, and I'm just going to mark it like so. Then after the ½ inch, I'll mark another 3/4 inch for the opening of the elastic band and the rope, okay? So I'm going to stitch up until this ½ inch here. Then the 3/4 inches that I have, the 3/4 inch that I have there is going to be for my opening. Then I'll stitch all the way down. I hope you understand. So I'll just create a 3/4 inch here after the ½ inch that I came down by. I hope you understand. If you have any question, you can ask me. So just stitch all the way down here. This is the midpoint, so you come down with ½ inch again and stitch all the way here. So once you get to this point, you're going to stop stitching and leave this part here for the opening, then you stitch down. I hope you understand. So that is just to create a casing for the rope. I hope you understand. So I've done stitching it, and you can see the casing right here. This is where my hand is coming out through. So now I'm going to just fold in the edges. I'll just fold it into, put in the rough edges like this, and I'm going to just push it in like this, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for this other side here. I hope you understand. So just stitch on it, then I'll repeat the same thing for this other side here. Then I'm also going to stitch on it just like this, okay? So just to have a neat finishing on this part here, okay? I'll just stitch tiny at the edge on both sides, okay? So once I'm through with that, now this is what I have. So I'll just cover it. So this part that I have opening here, I'll make sure that it is facing the right side of the front part, okay? You know, our rope is going to be coming out at the front part, so make sure that it is facing the right side, okay? Just pin it down like so. So I'm just going to pin it down like this. and place it like this, and make sure that it is at the middle part of the front. Okay, then you're going to just place the other joining. That is why I normally have a joining at the back, but if you do not have a joining at the back, then you can just make a notch. So you're just going to place it on the midpoint of the back. Okay, so after placing it, you're just going to stitch all around with 1/2 inch. Okay, yes, you're going to stitch with 1/2 inch all around. So but if what you have around your waist is what you measured, it is going to fit in. Okay, just stitch with 1/2 inch. So here's what I have after I was done stitching. Then I'm going to come now with my elastic. So the round waist I'm working with is 38 inches. Then I ended up cutting out an elastic of 35 inches. Okay, so I'm going to put in my safety pin now. Then I'm going to push this elastic in. I'll fold it on this part here. Just fold it like this and push it in as if you are passing your rope. Okay, so just push it in and continue pushing just carefully up until you get to this point. So make sure that you turn the elastic and it is straight. Make sure that it is not bent, or it is not, it is straight, so that it can give you it will not stress you, understand? Just make it straight. So just continue to push it in. So by the time you get to this part here that it is almost there, just bring out the two edges like this, bring it out and place it on each other. Place the edges on each other and stitch on it. Don't place it like this, just place it on each other and then stitch on it. Okay, so once you are done stitching on it, you are going to push it in. If you have to fold it, just fold it and push it in. Okay, so now after pushing it in, this is what I have. So you are going to now try to scatter the fabric so that it will not be just too much on one side and not on the other side. If you have to use your pin to hold it down so it will not shift, please kindly do so. Make sure that you share the fabric and it is even on every side like this. Okay, so just pin it down, and once you're done with that, what you're going to do now is to stitch. So now I'm going to start from the front here. From the upper part of the band, you're going to come down by 1/2 inch. So basically you're just going to be stitching on the upper part of the hole and the down part of the hole. I hope you understand the hole that we have created, that passage that we created. Stitch on top of the passage, or on top of that casing, and at the down part of the casing you're going to stitch. And while you're stitching, make sure that you are dragging this fabric. Okay, make sure that you drag it like this. By the time you're stitching, drag it like this and stitch all around. So you're going to be stitching 2 lines on top and the down part of the hole. So here's what I have after I was done. Now I have my rope here, so I make a rope of about 55 inches. You can make yours longer than this if you want. So the rope is about 55 inches here, so I'm going to be passing it now the same way I've passed my elastic through the casing. Okay, so just put in your safety pin like this, and I'm going to pass it through the casing carefully. So that is why I made the hole about 3/4 inch, so that it can accommodate this and you will have to pass the rope into it without stress. That is why I made it 3/4. So if I had made it 1/2 inch, it might be smaller. So here's what I have after I was done. It is very simple tutorial. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you on my next video. You can check out my previous video for how to make the shirt. Thank you for watching, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye.